Okay. What's going on, YouTube fam? It is I, Craig the Mac, and welcome back. Yes. Well, maybe I should welcome myself back, but welcome back to the channel. I know. The first post in 2020. It's been a minute, right? Forgive me. I've been going through some things this year. I've been letting go of some stuff, rebuilding some spiritual, interpersonal things. That's a topic for another video. Anyway, you guys see the title, right? How, I haven't even figured out the title yet. Golly. But, okay. Got it. How to make the best out of your boredom, okay? So we're just gonna jump straight into it. Okay, yoo-hoos, before we get into crushing this topic, we must first come to an understanding about what boredom actually is in the first place. And boredom can be defined as being uninterested in what it is that you're currently doing, right? And more times than not, you can tell when you're bored because it can kind of cause this feeling of uncomfiness on the inside, right? Kind of like, you know, you gotta do something. Now, with this quarantine going on, there's really not much that's available to do outside the confines of your own home, right? But through boredom itself, you can truly tap into some really powerful concepts that you may not be aware of right now. And that simply is the power of your choices, right? So you think about what it may look like when you start a day, right? When you first get out of bed, you have a choice, right? You can either make the bed so that when it's time to go to bed at that evening, you know, you got a nice warm comfy made bed waiting for you, or you can just hop up, right? And just leave it as is if you so choose, right? Now, it's not really a matter of what's a good decision or a bad decision, because in my opinion, it's all experience, so it's all good, right? But in these times of boredom and lulls, I want you to challenge yourself, right? And what I mean is, yeah, you know, we have those days where we never get out of our PJs. You know, we have ice cream for breakfast and we binge watch Grey's Anatomy until somebody else dies or something, right? But, you know, we honestly don't know how long this thing's gonna be going on. So you truly, through your choices, you have the power to pretty much change your life to whatever it is that you want it to be, right? Just based on the choices that you make, because those choices build your habits, right? So when you get up in the morning, you know, attack that day, you know, set some actual goals for yourself. They can be small goals, like brush my teeth, make my bed, you know, shower, whatever the case, you know. Set these goals for yourself and, you know, just make the conscious decision to attack them every day. Now, back to boredom, right? While we're trying to accomplish our goals, one thing that you must be aware of is your present moment, right? So a lot of times we kind of go through our day on autopilot, right? When you think about it, how many times have you driven back and forth to work and completely forgotten about the commute because, you know, nothing significant happened? You know, it's just the same roads, whatever the case, you know? Just kind of the same old, same old. So in that lull, you kind of do things without ever giving them any actual thought, right? So what I want you to do, let's say you set for your goal, you know what, I'm gonna try and work on my physical body, right? Whether it be through exercise or nutrition or whatever. So I know for me personally, one of the biggest things that I catch myself doing when I get bored is I absolutely raid the refrigerator. And I'll go to that refrigerator 8 times in one day, almost as if there's like a refrigerator genie that drops off my favorite drink and snacks or something for me, but that's not the case. So I want you to try and adapt this concept of good, better, best, right? Now, like I said, I don't believe there's any bad choices to be made because it's your life. It is what it is, you know? And I don't want anybody to think that I'm judging them based on their choices, because I don't do that either. You know, you do what you please. So if you raid the fridge, a good choice would just be, you know, I'm just gonna get a little bit of ice cream or make a big bowl of cereal or whatever, and that's cool. That's one choice. Or you can actually, you know, pull out some ingredients and prepare an actual meal for yourself, right? Something that's a little more well-rounded. But what would probably be even better than that, and actually, you know, stimulate your brain and give you some sort of satisfaction or fulfillment in what it is that you're doing, is maybe try a new recipe. You know, just Google whatever it is you have in your pantry and in your fridge to see what you can come up with. You'd be surprised, right? And you know, that's just one way of kind of making some better decisions and choices for yourself. Right now, let's say it's just the middle of the day, you ain't got nothing going on, right? You could just veg out on the couch, binge watch some shows, right? Or if it's a beautiful day out, you could just, you know, go for a walk, you know, get out, get some sun. You know, that's a better option for you. Get some nature about you, right? Or what would be an even better option is to actually go outside and maybe do some resistance training. Me personally, I built up a mini gym in my garage that me and my family train on. So when it comes to things like that, that would be the best option, right? Because that's where you gain the most benefit, the most stimulation, right? So let's say, you know, you kind of want to just relax a little bit. You know, some people would just perhaps watch a movie in their spare time, which is good, you know, or something that may be a little more immersive, maybe to read a book, right? Me personally, I love diving and getting immersed in what I'm reading. And what may be even better than that is to perhaps try and teach yourself a new skill or something along those lines, right? So you guys get the examples I'm trying to make here of good, better, best, right? But it all comes down to taking advantage of that present moment in the day where you have this decision or this decision, right? And either one, I mean, it's your life, you do with it as you please, but one thing you must be aware of is this beautiful, beautiful thing called the compound effect, right? And using the compound effect, let's say, for example, when you first get up in the morning, instead of going to your fridge and having, you know, making a mixing bowl-sized bowl of cereal for yourself, you decide to have one apple, right? Now, that one apple isn't going to, you know, change your life in the immediate and in the present moment. That apple isn't going to change really much of anything. However, if you did that for 2 consecutive days, right? Now you're like, oh snap, starting to build some momentum for myself, right? Day 3, same thing, just an apple. Day 4, day 5, you know, it just rolls into weeks, and then eventually it becomes second nature to you. So now you envelop this habit of, I won't say trying to resist something that you don't want, but instead choosing a better option for yourself and making that your new norm. Does that make sense? Like, instead of saying, oh man, I don't want that, and just simply trying to resist it, you simply make a better choice by saying, oh, I'm just gonna eat this instead, and do that every day. And that's how habits are formed, right? You could literally, I mean, we've been quarantined for, let's say March 19th, so a little over a month now. And within those 30 days, there's so much that you yourself can work on to change within you if you so choose. But boredom is something that would truly help you in becoming aware of what you're doing. Because when you're bored, it's like you reach a sticking point where you have to, it's kind of like a fork in the road is what I'm trying to say here. Where, okay, I can either, boom, you know, make the decision to just lay around and veg all day, or I can get up and conquer and attack this day and actually, you know, make myself proud too. And when you do make the better decisions, you make yourself feel better, or you feel better about yourself, however you want to say it. But it's all good. It's all good vibes, man. And that's the video for today, guys. I just wanted to keep it short and sweet. I'm so happy to be back, so happy to be able to talk to you guys again. And I want to personally thank you, if you've made it this far, for sharing your most valuable asset with me, which is your time. I love you guys. I love you so very much. Thank you. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.